all.star.geek here. Sorry I haven't been posting in a while. I had, some family stuff that I had to take care of. And, celebrating my birthday. That's why I went to Alcatraz. If you saw my last video, thank you for the 100 views. I appreciate you guys. That's the best birthday present I could have asked for. So, as you saw by the title, is 3 reasons why Ryan Coogler should direct the next Candyman remake, sequel, or requel. For those who don't know, requel is when they do a sequel to the original and forget all the remakes, all the sequels from it. This is the original timeline from the first movie to the sequel. They kind of already did that in 2021, but it was considered too woke. It was the whole thing. It's the whole mess. I don't want to get into it. But first, reason number 3. Candyman is a complex character. For those who don't know, this is what the most common knowledge of this character is. Roll it to my boy Alex.
Alright, so here's what I know about Candyman. Alright, so I know that it's the whole thing about looking in the mirror and saying his name a few times and he shows up. And it has to do something about like a guy with a hook for a hand, Captain Hook. Not chill, but that's pretty much it. And I recognize the actor. He voiced Zoom in The Flash and the recent Venom. So yeah, but yeah, rest in peace to the actor though. But yeah, that's all I really know, to be honest. That's really it. I don't really know much about Candyman. I've only seen clips of like the recent movie, but that's it. Yeah.
So basically what I know about Candyman is he is like a creature, person, something. Basically all you have to do is look in the mirror and say his name 5 times and he just like appears. That's pretty much all I know.
Well, the most consensus people will know the character of Candyman is for Tony Todd, R.I.P. by the way, R.I.P. to the GOAT, the first black representation of the character of slavery and during the Jim Crow era. R.I.P. GOAT, we miss you, man. Wish you could have done another sequel. Rest in power, King. So for those who don't know, Candyman was originally a painter during the Jim Crow era. He was a painter. He went to a wealthy family's, home. They're like, hey, can you paint a portrait of my daughter? We will pay you handsomely. And yeah. He was like, okay, you know what? I'll do it. And they fell in love. They had a child together. But this is back during the Jim Crow era, back when, people really were against African Americans and people of color. So when the father found out she was pregnant, the daughter basically said, he forced himself upon her. And, it made a huge mess. They grabbed the mob. They grabbed him, cut off his hand, rubbed him in honey, and had bees sting his body until he died. So that's the character of Candyman. And I think Ryan Coogler can make a great, backstory for him. Because if you've seen Sinners, the story of, being in the Jim Crow era, African Americans dealing with racism and things like, blacks only and whites only stores, like he can do a backstory and show like how complex his character is, because he's not just some killer with a hook for a hand. No, he's more than that. He was just an everyday Joe that happened to be African American. He was a good artist. He fell in love with a woman. She loved him back, but because of the times, they're like, hey, I can't admit, because this is like, was this considered disgusting back then? It was like, ew, like how can you who do it, like they're not human kind of thing. So like he did with Killmonger, like he did with the Sinners, like Stack and Smoke, he can bring a complex character to show like he's a villain because the world made him into one. He came with love and art, but the world hated him for who he was, and that's what became a villain. Because for those who don't know, he only appears and attacks you because you say his name, because he's in constant pain. He has nothing but ribs under his coat. Under his coat, he's nothing but ribs. So he's in constant pain. So if you bring him out into the mortal world, if you call upon him, he takes your life because he's in constant pain. It's like, hey, I'm at peace. I'm in the spirit world. I don't have to take any guff from anybody. I'm in constant pain. I just want to be left alone. But I'm a myth to you. I am a, I'm a thing. I'm not a person. You say my name and I will come for you. Because I want to be at peace, but if you want to make me come in agony, I will show you agony. So, that was number 3. Ryan Coogler knows how to write complex characters to show like, hey, he's not just a villain. He's a villain because he was made into one. He has to be a villain because he came with nothing but love and he's being shown nothing but agony. That can affect anybody. That would hurt anybody and that would change anybody's mindset. Number 2, his art style, the way he makes he makes the environment come to life to show like, hey, like for those who don't know, Candyman's voice, like he can use it to entice you, to hypnotize people. So that's like artwork. For those who've seen Sinners, this scene right here, where like it's time travel, the environment speaking to it. You can see the people vibing and dancing, and it makes sense in the environment and the story that he's made. Because out of context, these whole future guys coming into the saloon of like the Jim Crow era, like this guy's a 90s character in the 1800s, like it would seem really out of place. But the way he made it was that it breathes in the environment. It makes sense in the context of the story. And that could work with him, like, hey, his words are so enticing, his voice is so velvety, that he can make everybody intertwine and understand. Be my victim. You're looking for me, Heather Lyles. Like in this scene right here. Roll it.
No. But you don't.
Voice is his weapon. Besides the hook for his hand, his voice is his weapon. The more he talks in velvety tones, he hypnotizes women. And I feel like, Ryan Coogler could have fun with that. He can use the environment to show like, hey, this is not only his voice hypnotizing, but your brain, the pheromones in your mind, they're being corrupted by his voice because he has some kind of energy and aura to him that you're not only are you scared, but your body is tranced by what he's saying. I feel like Ryan Coogler can do that justice. All right. And reason number 1, he knows how to make complex characters. He knows that every character was taken down a wrong path, but he showed you how they got there. Like in the first movie, you can tell like, hey, this guy was just a good man, trying to make a living, trying to find his peace in the world. He fought his heart. Who of us has not had that one heartbreak that changed who we were? From a good person to a mean person, from I can find love one day, romantic comedies. That's my backstory to I hate love, I hate the world, I hate what reality is, and I just don't give an F about what this world has to offer me. I'm not gonna look for anything anymore because I found my happy ending and she didn't want me. So I'm done with love. You can't get heartbroken if you don't have a heart. So I figured that could work for him, for Jedediah the Candyman. And he won't beat you over the head with it. Like he is subtle in what he does. Again, after watching Sinners, all I can think about was like, if somebody would have told me that this is in the same universe as Candyman, I would be like, I can kind of see that. The way the environment speaks for itself. The way he's acting, directing. And again, like, obviously, you can't get Michael B. Jordan to play him because what people don't understand, even with the remake, what people don't understand is, it's not that he's buff, it's not that he's like this big hulking monster. He's just an everyday Joe that happens to have a decent build for the time. Because mind you, this is the Jim Crow era. This is back when people were still, African Americans were still slaves. This is back when people were barely, these people were slavery, and slaves were barely being, freed. So you need somebody like scrawny. Like me personally, I would cast the original voice of Kratos. Because Candyman's weapon is not just his hook, it's his voice. He's enticing, and that's why, and Ryan Coogler can direct people like Killmonger. From the comics, he's just like some dude with a mask, like he's some basic, mercenary. But Michael B. Jordan and Ryan Coogler gave this person character in depth. So they can explore and make it a prequel and explore his life meeting up to the woman he loved. Meeting up to this woman or just showing the environment of what he lived and how he became the person who we know today, or some people know him today. So yes, thank you for coming to my video. Thank you for watching my video. I appreciate you guys. Sorry that it's loud. Obviously, I'm not in my original recording space. I'm dog sitting for a family member, so I had to take care of the dogs. That's not my dog, by the way. That's the next neighbor's dog. Our pup is right here. Who's your cute boy? Who's your good dog? Yeah, that's my good boys. That's my good boys. Yeah. So yeah. Anyways, thank you for coming back to my video. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. Thank you for making me your YouTuber. I appreciate you. Thank you for always coming back to my channel. And as always, I've been your boy, all.star.geek, signing off. And remember, everything takes one step. We look at the road in front of us, and we look at the road behind us. Because we took that first step, the road behind us seems closer and more achievable. But in reality, it's the hardest decision we have to make, is moving forward. That's the strongest decision. That's the best decision. And that's the decision you need to go on your road. So remember, don't stop from one step. Let the first step be the journey and walk forward. As always, I've been your boy, all.star.geek. I love you, appreciate you. Have a good night.
People even said that death itself was stalking them.